guys, it's Maggie, Just Enough Eyes. Today I wanted to do a video about my Mirena IUD. So I did actually get the removal done about 2 months ago and I got my new one inserted. So I do have other videos on my channel that I will link here about when I first got my IUD and then I think an 8-month update or like a year update on how it was going. So I did go more in depth in those videos about why getting an IUD was a life-changing thing for me. I always had really bad periods and they would last a really long time. The bleeding was really intense and it was always like a really big challenge for me. Every month it was really tough. So getting the IUD was a miracle, and I had mine in for I think 5.5 years. I think at like the 5-year mark I was trying to get it done. So I had to wait a few months with the problem in the world right now. Like in Toronto, they weren't doing non-essential surgeries. So when I was coming up to the 5-year mark of having my old one, I did try to book an appointment through my doctor, through the hospital, to get my removed and inserted, and with what's going on in the world, I did have to wait quite a while. But they did inform me that the Mirena IUD can last up to 6 years or more. It was still doing well. I could still tell that it was there and it was doing its job. I do think that maybe the last 6 months to a year, I was slowly noticing a little bit heavier of a period again, and I was getting a little bit more cramps as well. So I think what was happening was, as the IUD was running out of the hormones, it was slightly less effective. So I was really glad when I was able to book it in 2 months ago to go get it done. I was pretty nervous about the removal, and I was looking up like videos and like Googling, kind of finding out what other people's experiences were. Overall, I couldn't find too much. I think most people said it was not too bad. And I also was wondering if I was going to get the really bad bleeding that I got when I first got it, because I was kind of continuing with the hormones. I was taking it out and putting a new one in that day. I wasn't like taking a month off or something. So I heard that it should be pretty good doing a switch versus completely restarting. And yeah, so I was pretty nervous to go. I did take some Tylenol or Advil, some painkillers, which they advised me to do. And I hadn't gotten it checked in a while for like the strings, and I guess just to make sure it was in place. So sure enough, when I did go to do the procedure, they couldn't find the strings, meaning they had kind of made their way up. So that was not ideal. So they did have to use metal tools to try to go in and reach it and remove it. So that took probably a few minutes. After a few minutes of them trying to remove it, they ended up giving me some anesthesia, a shot up there to kind of numb the area, which I was really nervous for, but I actually didn't even feel the needle considering how much it had been hurting the few minutes before that. So actually once they had done that, they were able to remove it and I didn't feel it anymore, which was great. And then when they put the new one in, I couldn't feel it once again because I was numb. So, all in all, I was really happy that they got it out, happy that the new one went in okay, and I was really nervous to even get a shot there to begin with, but it did really help, and the whole procedure was over in a few minutes. It was really funny because the nurse that was there, she said I'd helped her at MAC before to like pick lipstick, so yeah, it was a little funny. But yeah, after that I had some like cramps for that day and I kind of just took it easy and rested. So since I've had that one, I have had a little bit more nausea for the past month and a half, which is weird. It's quite unlike me. Like I sometimes get a little bit car sick being in cars for quite a while, but it would kind of be like in the morning or sometimes just at night. Like if I was really hungry, I'd start to feel sick. It was kind of strange. But slowly as time has gone on, I have felt quite a bit better. I think I did bleed for the first week and a half, so it was like a more intense period than I had been experiencing, and a longer one, but it didn't last for months. And I think I've had my period once since then. It was a little bit heavier, but I think as the months go by, it'll get back to how it was for the past 5 years. Like, I've had such a mild period. It's been like a day and just so light. It's just been perfect. So I think as time goes on, I'll get back to that place. The cramps are getting a little bit more mild. When I did like have my period, it wasn't too bad. And yeah, I'm just really glad that I kind of got it all over with. It wasn't as bad as I expected, and it's still just like such a good thing for me. It's really, really helped me through, you know, the past 6 years. So that's my experience. I hope you found this helpful. I did go to the Women's College Hospital in Toronto, and I actually was able to go to the same doctor that I saw 5.5 years ago to put it in. So that was really cool. They're so professional, they did a great job. I just have to say how much this has been amazing for me. I have just really recommended it to anyone who, you know, like, I just wish I had found out about this in my teens even, because this has been a lifesaver, and even the removal and insertion really was not as bad as I was expecting. So that is my experience and kind of my update on the other IUD that I had for 5.5 years. I hope you found this helpful. Comment down below if you have any questions, or if you're getting yours done soon. Let me know how your experience goes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.